Hi, welcome to the Hard Rock Show. I'm Shayne.
I'm Andrew.
And a lot of you might know we just got back from Adelaide, so
Yeah, that was fun.
it was a very good weekend. Was had by all. We just want to quickly thank all the bands that we hung around with over there.
Yep.
Generation Swine, Fast Track,
Burn
Collect, and Piston Broke. And we want to give a special thank you to Pete Alvey, who's the bass player for Piston Broke, for putting us up for the weekend.
Top bloke.
Saved us a lot of money, and thanks. Thanks heaps.
Made it a lot easier for us to find our way around as well. So it's good
definitely.
having some local knowledge to help out a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
All right. Straight into the Hard Rock happenings. The news segment.
Not as much to get through this week as we had last week, which is a good start. So
that's good.
It's usually helpful. We don't have to rush so much. Okay, I'll go first, I guess.
Go for it.
We covered earlier in the season, or was it late last season? I forget now, about Primus and their new album Green Naugahyde. Just for those that are interested, it's still a bizarre name. That is now streaming on the South Park website. So go knock yourselves out with that one, I guess.
I think I'll check that out tomorrow, actually. Yeah. I've got one that has the potential to make people wonder why we're talking about it on here, but I'm curious. I haven't heard any of the stuff, but James Durbin, who was a contestant on American Idol. Now,
hear this out.
not fans of American Idol or Australian Idol, we couldn't give a shit.
That's putting it politely.
But James Durbin was the resident metalhead on American Idol, and he's just signed a record deal with Wind Up, who is the home of Creed and Evanescence, among others. He performed You've Got Another Thing Coming by Judas Priest on the show.
There was a lot of flack about that, but still, credit where it's due.
And then for the finale of the show, Judas Priest actually joined him, and they did two songs with him. They did Breaking the Law and Living After Midnight.
Yep.
He's also just started writing some songs with James Michael, who's from 6am currently. So it could be interesting.
Well, he's dealing with all the right sort of people, so that to me is a good step. So we'll just wait and see what actually comes out of the whole damn mess. So it could be either really good or it's going to be an absolute disaster. So watch this space.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. Watch this space.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Now, we talked last week about Janie Lane. Now, the single Sin, which he recorded with Liberty and Justice before he passed away, is now available to go and get a hold of. And a portion of the profits from this track, the single, so to speak, going to a charity associated with Janie Lane and his estate. So check it out if you like it, buy it, and help out this charitable stuff that goes around, which is always good to get a hold of because you never know when you need it yourself. So
yeah, definitely. Mastodon are due to release their new album, The Hunter, on the 27th of September. It should be a great album. You can get the first single, which is called Curl of the Burl, at the moment through all digital sellers. And you can also stream another song from the album called Spectrelight on YouTube at the moment. So check that out.
Cool. All right. Now, over in New Zealand, there's the... I've got to look at my notes for this one. The New Zealand Music Awards, which are currently sponsored by Vodafone. Now, they've been going for 46 years, this awards, whatever, and they don't have a metal category, I should say. They don't have metal. Now, I don't know of any awards that don't have metal that are music related in any way, shape or form. There's currently an online petition going around to get metal recognised. Now, bear in mind that these particular awards have things like Christian music, electronica, and all these wonderful varieties of music, tongue-in-cheek, whatever you want to call that. I hate the crap. All those things, but no metal. So go and sign on to this petition. And
can we put a link for the petition up at the bottom of the screen?
I'll do that. I'll make that happen. So
we'll do that. Go ahead and sign it.
Yep. And
every metal award ceremony, every award ceremony for music needs metal.
Yeah. Metal is the way, so to speak. So
rock.
Yeah.
Either one.
Doesn't matter. But there's got to be something, some recognition. There's a lot of it over in New Zealand as well. Yeah. So.
All right. Take this for what it's worth.
Yeah.
But the Van Halen news desk is reporting that work has been completed on the new album, and it's just been through the mixing stages, and it's about to go to mastering stages. So there's still no release date on it yet, but hopefully it actually happens. Let's wait and see.
Now, on a side note to that, I haven't had a chance to bring this up to you before we were talking. there was a report on a website today that there's a bit of conflict between Dave Lee Roth and Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
I'm
sure there is.
Yeah, well, that goes without saying, I think, in the Van Halen camp. But there's apparently a bit of conflict, and there's a rumor, only a rumor, that Eddie is not happy with the vocals that have been recorded and re-recorded, and he wants them done again. So that one is from a much less reliable source, so take that for what it's worth. I know we're saying that a lot, but this one really is...
Take any news about Van Halen for what it's worth.
Pretty much. Anything goes. So I just thought I'd throw that in there just to give a little bit of a counterpoint that's actually a possibility, knowing the people involved.
Yeah, no, I hadn't heard anything about that.
Yeah, so I thought I'd throw it because it just jumped into my head then. Michael Petticone, sorry, I hope I got that name right, from My Chemical Romance, the current tour drummer. Dickhead, okay, he got busted red-handed stealing from the band. He confessed to police and all these things, and it came about because he was trying to frame a crew member he'd been having issues with since he joined the band on tour. Now, you spaz. Seriously, why would you go stealing from your bandmates and being dumb enough to get caught in the process? It's just not that intelligent, so work that one out.
No, absolutely ridiculous.
Retarded.
Have you got anything else?
I've got one more news story.
Yep. Okay.
This one's another interesting one. Billy Joe Armstrong.
I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, obviously from Green Day. He got booted off a plane for not pulling his pants up. So, now these weren't all the way down to his ankles, mind you. These were just sort of hanging a bit low in the current quote-unquote fashion, I guess. Got told by an air hostess or whatever to pull his pants up, and he goes, surely you've got better things to worry about than that. They insisted. He said, no, I'm going to my seat. And then he got booted off the plane. Him and whoever he was traveling with got booted off the plane. He tweeted about it immediately, and the airline have come out and said, oh, we've made peace, da-da-da-da. But I just thought that was ridiculous. So
ludicrous.
Yeah.
All right. A band that we did an episode on a while back, quite a while back.
Second episode, I think it was, yeah.
So it was quite a while back.
Yeah.
They're currently, it's the Worshyp that I'm talking about. They're currently working on their next album. It's going to be called Evil Abound.
Yes. Yep.
It's not a concept album as such, but a lot of the tracks follow the common theme of evil.
Which goes hand in hand with metal music, and these guys are definitely a metal act, which we've covered before.
Definitely. There's going to be their first ever ballad on the album called Love to Death.
Yep. That'll be interesting.
I can't wait to hear them do a ballad, actually.
I reckon they'll pull it off really well.
And one of the songs on the album is called Destroyer of Men, and it's shaping up to be close to 10 minutes long. So again, watch this space because we love the Worshyp here.
Yes,
and
we do.
We'll definitely be doing more with them when the album comes out, but we just wanted to let you guys know that they are recording again. So, and
I think now we'll go to the clip, I guess.
Yeah, well, in keeping with the theme, we'll go to a clip which is from a song off their first album, Kingdom Earth, and it's Spirit Keyz. So, enjoy.
so free. A crystal ball that tells of all the spirit image on the wall. My magic key unlocks the secret gate. You seek the dead, then have no doubt. I'll channel energies to bring them out. The light turns red, so pay me now. In touch with your lost family, I'm the one who holds the key. Late at night, it's climbing up the stairs. I have a feeling someone died in there. For $50 for my friend, I'll tell you how they met their end. 20 more will get you when and where. Let's start the show. I'll dim the lights. You learn about those haunted dreams at night. So pay my toll. Look in my eyes. Unlocking all your mysteries. I'm the one who holds the key.
All right, we're back. It's time to look at some of the current releases that are floating about at the moment.
Yep.
So first up is one that you're not a big fan of.
Oh no. No.
It's the new Red Hot Chili Peppers album.
I don't even know the name of the album, and to be honest, I don't want to.
It's called I'm With You.
Okay, that's the one, yeah. How to listen to it? Boring. That's the only word I can really use. Now, I'm being a bit harsh, okay? There were some elements on the album that got the original feel back, but seriously, you guys have done this for what, the last 3 albums or something now?
Yeah, 4 albums.
4
I'd
albums?
say, yeah.
And it's just boring. Move on, do something different. Get some of the old energy back, grow some balls again. I don't know, you're just doing, I don't know, it's boring to me. I don't know.
I'm more of the fan of the Chili Peppers out of the two of us.
Yep.
But I'll have to agree. I don't find it as boring as Andrew does, but it's nothing new from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's been done for the last 4 albums, and it's time to advance rather than do the same old thing.
Yep.
There is 2 songs on there that I actually do enjoy. One's Brendan's Death Song, and the other one is called Meet Me at the Corner. They're the 2 highlights on it. I don't like the first single.
No.
But each to their own, I guess.
Yep. Take that for what it's worth, but yeah.
The next one is Dream Theater.
Now, this one, out in the big wide world out there seems to be a divide. You either love it or you hate this one.
Yeah.
Now, I'm on the side that loves it. I reckon this is a good album.
I think it's one of their best albums that they've done in the last few years. It's a great one for a new member to come in on.
Yeah.
It's got a bit more diversity than the last few albums had.
Yeah, I get that, yep.
This one's called A Dramatic Turn of Events.
I guess that's actually kind of fitting with everything that's going on as well.
Like I said, first album with Mike Mangini on drums.
Yep.
To replace Mike Portnoy, and it's a great album. I really like it.
I would agree with you completely on that. I got nothing more to add. That's just a really good album to listen to.
Yep. Next one's Living End.
Yep.
I'm wearing a t-shirt right now.
You are too.
Just seen them live the other night, and they were great. The album is called "The Ending Is Just the Beginning Repeating."
Yes.
It's a bit of a mouthful.
We had that problem last time we tried to talk about it.
Yep. It's a good album, definitely. I don't think it's as good as their last one, White Noise.
Yep.
But it's definitely a step in the right direction.
Yeah. Yep.
It's not like the Chili Peppers rehashing old stuff.
Yeah.
A couple of tracks that I think are the highlights of the album are Heatwave and Song for the Lonely.
Yep.
So definitely check that one out if you're a fan of The Living End.
The only thing I had about that is I would have liked to have seen a little more energy in it, but still it is a good album, so there's no problem.
Like I said to you and we discussed it, it is a more laid-back album than they've done previously.
So.
And Ed Guy, finally.
Now, this one out of these four is my pick. I love this one. I reckon it's fantastic.
It's called Age of the Joker.
Yep.
And I don't know about you, but the absolute standout on the album is Robin Hood, the first track.
That opens it up perfectly.
Single.
Yep.
Such a killer song.
Yep.
Very, very Iron Maiden. So if you're a fan of Iron Maiden, you'll love Ed Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it for releases.
Can't really talk. It's just great. Go and get that one for sure. If you get one of these, get that one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go on to our fact of the week.
Yep.
Have a little break and get our fact of the week.
Fact of the week.
Enjoy this one.
All right, on to our feature artist of the week now.
Yes.
We've got a very different one this time.
Yeah, this is different.
Yep. It's a band called Slam Cartel. They're from London.
Yep.
In the UK, obviously.
6-piece, I believe. Off the top of my head.
Not really sure about that.
I'm pretty sure it's a 6-piece.
The album's called A Handful of Dreams, and it was produced by George DeAngelis, who's worked with Rod Stewart, Tina Turner, and the Pet Shop Boys in the past.
Yep.
Which I think is where this album gets a lot of its pop sort of influence and elements from.
And maybe more of the laid-back sort of stuff comes from there as well.
I think so, yeah.
Because this is definitely an album, sorry to cut you off there, that goes from, let's say, not strength to weakness, but it goes from strong to soft very easily and very quickly. There's a lot of diversity in this one album alone.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's funny as well that without talking about it between ourselves...
Yeah.
There's a couple of standout tracks on the album because we both picked them as our favourites for this week. And one of the tracks is Sundown.
Yep.
Which is a very solid track. It's probably one of the most solid tracks on the album.
Absolutely.
And the other one is Wishing I.
Yep.
Which there's something about the chorus in that
it's catchy.
It gets me.
Yep.
But you said that if anybody was to listen to just one song off the album, it wouldn't even be one of your favourite picks.
Now, I'm going to tell you that if you listen to one track off of this CD, forget our picks in this case, it's going to be Power Storm. If you listen to one song, I reckon this one personally will give you the biggest taste of all the things they try and encompass in this one album. So if you listen to one song, like it, then go and get the album, because I reckon that'll really give you that taste that you need to show you what you're in for.
It is a great song too.
Yeah.
It actually probably is one of the heaviest tracks on the album.
It is, yeah.
Now, overall on the album, what influences do you think you can hear?
Now, I was really thinking about this, and I find it hard to peg influences, so I'm going to go more along the lines of what it reminds me of.
Yep.
I don't think these are strictly influences, it's just more what it puts me in mind of. Some parts remind me kind of Stained, the way that the guitars sort of chug away, have that riffage going on with some nice singing over the top of it. Another one for me is vocally, at the very least, it reminds me of Screaming Jets.
Okay.
There's just a touch of that in there somewhere. It just reminds me of it vocally. The other thing I was trying to put another one in there was that in terms of diversity on the album, it reminded me of Silverchair.
Okay.
You go back to your Freak Show and your Neon Ballroom albums from Silverchair, and just the range of songs that go through those two albums, it sort of encompasses what they're trying to go for, I think, on this album. And so I think that in that context, it really does. If you like those two albums from Silverchair, then I reckon you'll get a kick out of this album because it gives you that same range and diversity.
I get a Foo Fighters vibe.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
actually.
I can get that. Yeah, yep.
That's one of the only ones that comes to mind when I try to actually pinpoint an influence or a similar type of artist. I get a Foo Fighters vibe.
Yep. Cool.
Simple as that.
But the fact that we're finding it so hard to pick an influencer actually is
a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing
Yeah.
because it means they're not copying, they stand out on their own 2 feet, and I reckon that's a really good thing. And
Absolutely.
it's actually, I think the first time that you and I have been stumped thinking, okay, who is really an obvious influence? We've actually both been stuck on this, and we've gone to another sort of tangent to think about it.
So the originality factor in this
Yep.
is a rare thing these days.
Yes.
I can't really think of anything else off the top of my head that we haven't been able to pinpoint a total
Yeah, exactly.
influence for.
We haven't been able to just go, yeah, bang, that's this down to a T kind of thing. But that's a good selling point. I reckon that's really good for them, and very diverse album, but well worth a listen for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at the clip.
Yep.
It's a fan-made clip.
Yes.
And it's a fan-made clip that the band have got behind and completely endorsed.
Yes. So
And it's for the song Power Storm, so check it out.
enjoy.
Telling me lies of false blue skies, spreading uncertainty. Never say well, search to the answer alone and let the be. Burning fusion, I see illusion, only the back can see. Telling me lies of false blue skies, spreading uncertainty. Look to the sky, there's a star for all your eyes. You are the ones that will shine forever bright. A ticket for destination, paid for my location. Riding high to save me from the night. Selling me keys to make believe dreams, never too late to leave. Locked inside, we're left with no ride. The wind blows every breeze. The sun looks down, burns all the ground, nothing here left to see. There's no keys to make believe dreams, never too late to leave. Look to the sky, there's a star for all your eyes. You are the ones that will shine forever bright. A ticket for destination, pay for my location. Riding high to save me from the night.
All right, so that was the fan-made film clip for Power Storm.
Yep.
Which is from Slam Cartel's debut album, which is called Handful of Dreams.
Yes.
Good album.
It is.
I do want to throw one thing out there quickly.
Yeah, go for it.
Something that I don't like about the album.
Yep. I'll agree with you on this one too. I know where you're going to go with this.
You
I
do?
agree with you, yeah.
Okay. I don't like the cover version that they've done, which is
Once in a lifetime.
Cover of the Talking Heads Once in a Lifetime.
Yep.
Now, it's not that it's a bad cover.
No, it's a good it's a good song. Yeah.
I don't like that they've opened the album with it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that's just
the listing that we got.
the listing that we've got, so apologies if we're wrong on this, but
Yep.
I don't like the fact that it opens with a cover. So
Yeah. If we're wrong, we apologise.
Yeah.
We do strongly apologise, but just that'd be something I think you'd stick somewhere in the middle. But I think also, for me personally, your debut album, putting a cover on there is...
depends how it works.
Yeah.
Double wide.
Did it? So yeah, I guess
They put
so.
a cover on the end, but that was
there, aren't I? Yeah.
that was more of a tribute to Dio. I
Yeah.
think that was thrown on as a let's quickly put it on there before it's.
I think
released.
the reason why it stands out as being a cover that we sort of don't like is that, not that we don't like the song. Like I said, we do like the song. It's well recorded. It's well done. There's nothing negative about the song itself. I just think you could have possibly done something better in way of cover. I don't know where it was coming from, but it's still a well done song. Sounds good. All those things. I guess it's probably because I'm not a fan of the original song.
I actually don't mind the original song, and I think this version of it stands up well. I just wouldn't use it as an album opener.
Okay. Yeah.
But like I said, if we've got the wrong track listing, apologies.
Yep.
But
that's our honest thoughts, and that's what people come to us for, I guess.
Exactly.
So, you'll hear the straight truth from us.
Yeah. But that's it for this week's episode of the Hard Rock Show.
Yep.
Stay tuned next week where we're going to be doing a feature on Piston Broke.
Yep.
Who we mentioned at the start of this episode.
Yep.
We'll have an interview with them and some footage and all sorts of goodies for you guys to look at.
It's going to be good. This is going to be worth it. It'd be a good laugh in this one too, I reckon. It'd be good fun.
We definitely had a few laughs while we were making it. So.
Yeah. We'll try and get that across onto the episode as well.
Yeah.
And the interview that we'll show won't be the entirety of what we took, but we will put up the standalone video of the interview itself at some point on the channel as well for everyone to check out and enjoy completely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So until then, drink up.
Rock on. I was thinking about that so long ago. What the fuck am I going to say?
I was doing it today. I'm like, fuck.